I'm gonna miss my spot.
Okay, I thought you meant game lobby for a minute. I
No,
was just saying, leave the lobby. Here, will you add your audio? Because
I
I
did.
need to test some stuff too.
I did.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I know. So I'm at the gym. So like I'm kind of getting your text in between lifts, and I was like, oh my gosh,
Weird
I hope you
flex,
didn't
bro.
leave the lobby. I've been trying to look as big as my heroes in multiverse. So I was like, well, I hope you didn't like leave and call her. So I called her real quick, and she was fine with you coming tomorrow. It froze up.
Did 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 we replace that fan motor? Because I talked to my dad when I was leaving
Oh.
the MRI place, and he was like, LJ, I don't think we replaced that fan, because I was telling him what happened, and he's like, I don't think we replaced that fan motor. I think I ran that call when you were out sick. He's like, I think we just oiled up the fan and got it running.
I don't think we replaced it.
Because
She
that
mentioned that, like she said it was like a month ago.
Well, in the on call it says motor we recently replaced went bad or something, I think.
Right. That's what. So I asked her about it, and she said it's the center motor for the evaporator, and that we had just replaced it. And I was like, all right, I'll have to look in the office tomorrow because I don't know anything about that. And she's like, yeah, just let me know. She's like, I think that's it though. And I was like, all right.
All right, I can hear you good on my stream. Would you do me a favor?
Okay.
Could you pull up my stream and make sure you can hear yourself?
Yeah, let me do it.
When I was a young warthog.
My idiot cell phone straight to me.
I'm gonna watch myself.
I need viewers. All right, go ahead.
Hello.
I like that pink hat.
I know, I got it today.
Where did you get that at?
Moonswiner's barbecue. I stopped there to get dinner. I stopped there to get dinner on the way home, and I was like, hey, let me get that pink hat. It's dope. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, that's dope.
Ooh. Hashtag sponsored.
That's just a nice logo on the front.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's really good quality. Qual.
Qual. And I figured, hey, it's bright pink. It'll stand out on stream.
Oh, it's true. Qual.
But yeah, can you hear yourself in my stream?
Yeah, I hear it pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay. I think what had happened was something in Xbox Game Bar, because I was trying to link it to Wavelength like a couple days ago. I must have screwed something up and trying to link it, and for some reason, even though I could hear you just fine, like in my headset through the game party, for some reason OBS wasn't picking it up. Like it was picking it up, just not at the right levels. And now that I have it figured out, it's super dope, because now I can turn you guys way up for stream and turn you down in my headset. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's really nice.
And then let me ask you a question. Cause I have a button where I can hear, like, it gives me a preview of like what stream hears. So I'm gonna click it real quick. All right, it's doing it, and I can hear every little, like, I'm gonna touch my tongue to my lip here in a second. You tell me if you hear anything.
All right, go ahead. I think I heard something.
But it's not super loud, right?
No, I mean I'm like trying to hear it. I think I hear something.
Could you hear any of that?
I was listening to your stream of us talking, so wasn't listening to what you just did.
Well, that's fine. I just want to make sure stream can't hear it. Man, I probably look real stupid on stream right now, moving my lips around.
It's a good site. I like it.
Because all right, I'm taking that off because it weirds me out. Like where I can hear myself and you and all like the background noise and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And but it is so loud, and I think it's because it's amplifying it for me, so like I can hear subtle things, but also because I have a headset on, so it's like just pumping this weird moist audio right into my ears.
That's good.
So I have you in game bar. Let me open it back up. Boom. So I have you actually in the Xbox game. I have you set to 25%. And that's how loud you're coming up on stream at 25%.
I should probably be turned up to like 1,000
Yeah.
because I don't talk that loud.
Well, do me a favor. Do you still have the stream pulled up?
I have to get to you. Hold on.
Wow. Just leave me that fast.
I went to go test mine to make sure it was working. Now I'm in the middle of a multiverse game, so you gotta give me a second.
Whoa. You're playing a game?
I wasn't just gonna sit here.
Well.
And you're testing, buddy.
When I was a young warthog. Watch, this will be the video that pops off and gets like 10 million views.
There you go. That's a good one.
The War Doctor streaming multiverses.
Oh no. Forgot how to do a certain move. No!
I died!
I died! I just jumped off the map like an idiot. I don't play Aura enough. Alright, let me go to your beautiful face. Oh, you know, I have you set up as like my auto host. So like if I get off before you and you're still going, my one viewer will go to you.
Oh, nice. I have to do that then.
So you can choose like random people, or you can make a list of people. So you're just my only person on my list.
Alright, I just set you up to like 200. Which is crazy that that's even a thing.
Okay, alright. Alright guys, I'm playing games right now and it's pretty cracked.
Alright, so I'm actually gonna turn you down in my ears.
Yeah, I'm probably super loud to you because I'm not crazy loud in your stream.
Well, I just now set you up. So now you're
Like right now?
Yeah, so you're at 200% on the game bar and 100% in wavelength.
I'm jumping, I'm crazy, they're on me, get off me, what are you doing?
And 100% in
Oh, sounds pretty good. I'm jumping, I'm crazy, they're on me, get off me, what are you doing?
Alright, I think I need to turn you down just a little bit. You're louder than me.
Oh, sounds pretty good. Well, you are far away from the mic right now because I'm watching you watch it off, so you're kind of far from the mic.
Alright, so before I turn anything down, I'm gonna put the mic right in front of my face still.
Alright, yeah, put it next to your face.
Yep.
We're chatting, we're having a good time. You're saying something now.
So we'll see if you're still louder than me or if we're the same volume.
Alright, yeah, put it next to your face. Yep. We're chatting, we're having a good time. You're saying something now.
So we'll see if you're Yeah, you're way louder.
Man, I'm loud. I'm loud.
So I'm gonna turn you down to like 75 in the wavelength, and we'll see what that does to us.
Man, I'm loud. I'm loud.
I'm gonna turn you down to like 75 in the wavelength, and we'll see what that does to us.
I'm loud.
Give us a sentence, Lee.
I once was a loud warthog.
Give us a sentence, Lee.
I once was a loud warthog.
Alright, that's still pretty loud. Let me bump you down just a little bit.
I say it, I'm hearing it on stream, and then I'm hearing you watch it on stream. I'm hearing like 3 times. Okay. I say it, I'm hearing it on stream, and then I'm hearing I hate my voice. I sound awful. I'm here like 3 times.
Now I'm hearing it a third time.
Awful.
I think now I'm hearing it a third time. I think 55 might be a sweet spot. I'm hearing it a third time. I think 55 might be a sweet spot. Go ahead and give me a sentence, please.
So I'm playing Ara, and it's a Finn, and this Finn is really trying his best.
I think 55 might be a sweet spot. Go ahead and give me a sentence, please.
So I'm playing Ara, and it's a Finn, and this Finn is really trying his best.
Yeah, I think I think that sounds pretty good at 55.
Oh, good.
Now, I need to figure out why I sound kind of weird. Now, I need to figure out why I sound kind of weird. How far is 0.5 meters?
It is half a meter, like a foot and a half, right?
I think so. So I'm not worried about that. Because there's like this enhanced low cut filter that's supposed to be used at greater distances than 0.5.
Oh, he got me on that.
Because there's like this enhanced low cut filter that's supposed to be used at greater distances than 0.5.
Oh, he got me on that.
Ooh, he got me on that. Testing, testing, testing. This is with the input
1, 2,
gain
3.
set to 2. Input gain set to 2. Testing, testing, testing. This is with the input
1, 2,
gain
3.
set to 2. Input gain set to 2. Testing, testing, testing. This is with the input gain set to 3. This is with the input gain set to 3. Testing, testing, testing. This is with the input gain set to 3. This is with the input gain set to 3.
Oh, I'm dirty.
You're so filthy.
Dang.
Can I get a
I'm so-
yeah?
You will.
You're so filthy. Can I get
Oh,
a
he didn't even
yeah?
want it again. I understand.
You will.
Did you just record it?
What?
Did you record it? Or am I hearing it again from the other monitor?
You're hearing it from the other monitor.
Okay. I was like, did you just pull a ninja? Just record me?
I mean, technically
Soundboard.
it is recorded because we're streaming. But the other monitor.
Okay. I was like, did you just pull a ninja? Just record me?
La 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 la. Technically it is recorded because we're streaming.
Ooh, the Twitch and the YouTube thing pop up so nice.
What, my call to action?
Oh yeah, looks good.
It looks pretty good.
Ooh, the Twitch and the YouTube thing pop up so nice.
What, my call to action?
Oh yeah, looks good.
It looks pretty good. This is with the stream volume set to 90%. Testing, 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 testing. Stream volume set to 90%. This is with the stream volume set to 90%. Testing, 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 testing. Stream volume set to 90%. All right, I think we got it figured out.
You like it?
Yeah, I think what I'll have to do is I'll have to uh when Zach gets in our parties, I'll have to turn him up too. Now that I've got all this stuff adjusted, because
I've noticed he's definitely louder than I am.
he won't be now. He'll be super soft.
Okay, because he was blowing out the stream earlier.
Well, whenever I was watching the videos, I couldn't hear Zach either. The last two. Which one were you looking at? One before that?
I was watching the original challenge we were doing. Not the bingo, but the one before then. It'll be less than 6 minutes. Okay. You just put them down and then put them on? Since they're mobile? It'll just be a minute. It'll be a minute. I'm not trying to be mean. Because I'm going to do it when we were watching the show.
What show are you watching?
Superstore.
Oh, Superstore's hilarious. My favorite guy is the guy in the wheelchair.
Garrett. No, LJ. We're trying to get the streams to work, the sound and all that.
If I don't know if you remember, but Garrett was
against Apocalypse.
Was in Blue Mountain State.
Yes, he was.
He's also in that Netflix show or whatever it was, where they get like the robot armor. Chat, this has been a test. What is this? Our new live streaming report is live? Click here to check out the latest industry stats for Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook.
That Superman was super annoying.
That's a super annoying Superman.
On a 1v1, his freezing is like really good against Aura, because she can't jump super far.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just freeze and moves, and he can just gate block you.
It's strong against my Jake too, because if the Superman knows to freeze breath as soon as he sees me as a horse, it just instantly stops me.
Oh, gotcha.
So according to Streamlabs for their April to June quarterly report, total watch hours in quarter 2, Twitch had 5.64 billion watch hours. YouTube had 1.13 billion watch hours, and Facebook had 58 million watch hours.
All those numbers, besides Twitch, I think went up. I think Twitch actually went down. I think last time it was 7 billion.
And I haven't got to the graph yet, but the graph's going to show me. But the total hours streamed is 204 million on Twitch. 800 million, or sorry, not 800, 8.04 million on YouTube, and 7.9 million on Facebook. So that means there's just as many hours essentially being streamed on Facebook gaming as there is on YouTube gaming. That's interesting. Hours streamed per quarter across all platforms combined. So it's dropped and then peaked back up and then dropped again. For the hours streamed. And then looks like hours watched is on a slight decrease too. But I mean, I assume that makes kind of makes sense as far as like with the COVID, stuff. Like watch hours are gonna go gradually. They're gonna keep going down.
There is that, and plus, so many people are going to YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just based off this chart, which is very small, so I can't see it very well, because like a photo that they put up here, Twitch did go down in total hours watched, but it's not like super significant. for this quarter at least.
Gotcha.
It looks like the only ones that like YouTube was on a slight incline and then kind of plateaued, and Facebook was on a drop but then picked back up.
See ya. Oh, there goes me. Superman, you funny boy.
Concurrent viewership this quarter has dropped a ton. It went from it looks like it's like 871,000 was like the average live concurrent viewership for streamers. That's what it was. And like right now it's like I think it's
Oh man.
it went from like 871 to like 570,000. So it dropped way down.
Who dropped down?
That's the concurrent viewership average. So like the number of viewers that are going back again and again to watch streamers.
Oh, okay.
An average across all streamers has dropped from like 871,000 to 518,000. So what is that? That's like a drop of like 3,000 or 300,000.
I wonder why that is.
Probably because Russia and the Ukraine went to war.
I guess that's fair.
Bro, I was watching some of Mint. I think it was Mint Blintz posted it about the Forge stuff. Like the most recent, where where like he was highlighting some of the maps, some like the OG Forge people have been creating, for Infinite. It's dope. Like that guy that made the Call of Duty Zombies map in Halo.
Yeah. That one looked really good. I saw somebody was remaking a couple Halo 3 maps.
Mm-hmm. I saw that too.
That looked really cool. Somebody made a new infection mode.
Hey, Cody's in chat. Hey, Cody.
The infection mode, I think it actually had like bots. So not only was there the legit, like the original zombie, but there was also bot zombies coming too.
Cody said.
I'm so dumb.
Cody said, all false, and then afterwards he said, every 60 seconds passes in Africa, 1 minute has elapsed. Facts. All facts, no printer.
Cody doesn't know. He hasn't been to Africa.
But he thinks
it's actually 45 seconds there.
But he thinks I'm African.
Yeah, so why is he telling you about African time? You should know about it.
I know. Now, you see, Lee, if you would be able to broadcast your video, like, webcam, whatever have you, and we could just podcast during the week. We don't have to game. We could just podcast. We could do this. We can just sit, full cam, edit the video so it's side by side, and just chat.
And game?
Oh, Cody said all gas, no brakes. You don't game.
You
don't game during the week.
What, for podcasting?
Huh?
If we're podcasting, I might as well be.
I mean, that's true too, but do you think you can multitask on that level?
Sometimes.
Oh, dude, so I go in for the MRI when they finally call me back there, and they take me back to like this room. Well, first, yeah, they take me back into this room where they want me to to like empty all my pockets and everything because you can't have anything metal or anything on you before you go
Let me
in.
see what you got, kid.
Yeah. And the first thing that made me laugh is the lady said, instead of saying like, do you have any metal implants or anything like that, she goes, do you have anything metal inside your body? And I was like, wait, what? What do you mean in me? And she like kind of looked at me like, what? And I was like, I mean, I have metal stuff in my pockets, but there's nothing inside my body, because I wasn't
Let
thinking.
me check my leg zipper here. Zip.
Well, I was just like, what, you got a lot of people coming up here with stuff in their butts? Like, I don't understand
She
the
goes,
question.
You ask her that, but then she goes, you wouldn't be surprised. A lot of butt stuff.
But then, so she's like, all right, you can just leave all your stuff in this locker and we'll lock it up for you. That way you get it back when you're done. I was like, all right, cool. And she's like, and just you can just put on that gown. Like, and I specifically, when I got home and I got my shower, I changed into gym shorts and a t-shirt, just so like I wouldn't have to put a gown or anything on. Because if you're wearing like jeans with a zipper or anything, you can't go through the MRI machine. Like, I looked down at my gym shorts and my t-shirt. And I looked back at her. She goes, you don't have to put the gown on if you don't want to. I was like, okay, good, because I was not about to like undressing in this gown that that has as much metal as my gym shorts do. But this is where they really got me, Lee. They take me into the room where they're gonna perform the MRI, and the lady pulls out this bottle with all this white stuff in it, and she's like, I need you to drink this. And I said, why? And she said, well, we need it for the contrast for your MRI. And I said, my MRI is for my knee. I don't think drinking your contrast is going to help the contrast of my knee. And the lady like looked at her paperwork. She's like, oh, you're right. Your doctor ordered it without contrast. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if you've ever had to drink that stuff. Have you ever had an MRI that like for like your GI or anything where you've had to drink the contrast stuff?
No, I don't think I've ever had.
Oh, well, it's like, it's the consistency and taste of chalk if you broke those like glow sticks, the neon glow sticks. If you broke those up, poured it in a bottle, crushed up a bunch of sidewalk chalk and added water, that's what it would taste like.
Oh my god.
And they make you drink it because it coats like the inside of your GI tract and stuff, and it gives like it's like white or whatever, so it gives contrast to the picture. Because like when they take an MRI or an X-ray or anything, it's like black background with white for like the objects they're taking are white, or vice versa. It's a white background and the objects they're scanning are black, so that they can better define what's going on. But when they do your gut, they need you to take contrast so that it like fills in all of that area with like a white or whatever like that. And it tastes disgusting. But that being said, I could drink gallons of that stuff and it's never gonna make it to my knee.
Yeah, I hear you.
No, I told Jennifer about it, and Jennifer's like, oh, I thought you were gonna say they were trying to give you an IV contrast, because they do a like intravenous contrast where they give it to you like through an IV bag, and that way it does it in your blood or whatever, I guess. And but I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, chat. I'm scared to death of needles, and even if they needed to do that, I would have walked out. I would have been like, nope, see ya. We'll just take the leg off.
Yep, this is the scared of needles squad.
Yep.
Definitely don't like them either.
Needles and spiders. No, thank you.
I broke a nurse's nose swinging.
Spiders are just 2 needles with 8 legs.
2 needles, 8 legs,
Change
infinite
my mind.
possibilities.
Cody said all gas.
Are
no
you still
brakes.
streaming?
I'm not gonna turn it off until we're done. That way, I just have decent audio, like decent, capture so I can review it later.
Jen, you were kind of loud on my mic, so I was trying to hear it from yours.
Hello, 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 hello. I was loud on your mic.
Well, on my headset.
Gotcha.
Like you're edging on being like staticky from how loud you were, so I was trying to adjust you, see how you were.
So how are you adjusting me? Because you're streaming straight from the Xbox, right?
Uh-huh.
So what are you adjusting me in the game, the party chat?
So it's a little finicky because I also have to deal with the microphone picking up the headphone volume.
Yes.
So if I go into the party, go into like audio settings, the headset volume is like 75%. Headset chat mixer, where you can choose the game versus talking, I had to choose game more versus you guys talking. That way it's not picking you guys up.
Gotcha. I'm
Mic monitoring is 0.
I'm
And then
surprised that Xbox hasn't made their own app within Xbox for streaming. There is one in for the PC. So like for instance, when I load up my PC, I have the Xbox app for PC, which includes like the game bar, I guess, and it has its own streaming service essentially. And within that, there's like all kinds of adjustments um, for like the volumes and stuff. I guess I don't mess with it because I'm not using it, but I'm surprised
mhm.
Xbox hasn't implemented that into the Xbox itself. Where if you choose to live stream onto Twitch from the Xbox, that it doesn't put in, give you the option to put an overlay over your Xbox. You know how you can go into the party chat and choose to put the overlay on so you can see who's talking and who's not.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised they don't have an overlay like that that you can set up before you like start streaming that like shows you the levels so you can make adjustments. That would be dope.
That would be really dope, but I mean if I did it through OBS or Streamlabs, I probably would have more control over that.
Yeah, but I don't there's no way for you to do that without getting a capture card and running it through your laptop or
Right.
whatever anyways.
Yeah. So and then if I go into party chat, I can individually go to you and there's a volume setter on you.
Yeah, that's what I ended up having to do for you and Zach. That's what I was trying to explain earlier. When Zach finally gets in our party, I'll have to turn him up to 100 now that I've adjusted the audio and everything else. Because before I had you guys set down to like 25. That way I could hear you fine because I had you guys turned way up in my headset, but I had you turned medium in stream, and that was a good volume at like 25. So if you watch any of the older videos, like I can hear you guys pretty well, but I just wouldn't mess with all that stuff and made it all correct. So I was only hearing you guys on at 25% on the stream, so I just cranked you up to 100. So what you're saying is that you're going in and individually moving that audio bar so that like for me because I'm using like the Elgato mic or whatever, I'm probably super loud at 100%, like close to peaking. Peaking your headset out. And so you're having to
Yeah,
turn.
you were peaking like I had you at 130 out of 150 and you were peaking there, so I had to drop you like 80.
Gotcha. It's a weird like I'm glad they do it, I guess. Well, I don't really see the point. Like, why does that bar go to 200 instead of 100? Because
Why does it go past 100?
yeah,
I don't know.
because 200 is just 100% of the max volume. So you could say it's so you get more control. So like you could set it to like 199, which I guess would be like 99.5 if it was out of 100. But at the same time, it's like, well, just give me the option to do 99.5.
Yeah, it's super weird. I don't know.
But if you do end up like eventually getting your stream PC or whatever, I can't recommend this microphone enough because just the fact that now I've got it set up correctly where like I can control the Xbox chat in the Wavelink, it makes things so much nicer. Like I don't know, let me see if I can live scene. Hold on. Where is it? Live scene.
Cody's gonna probably judge me because I'm changing the field of view.
Why won't it let me?
All right, go ahead and talk.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello,
All
hello,
right.
hello.
So I had to make it to where it picked up the game more than you. But I can't hear you at that point. But if I change it the other way, you peak. So I have like individually turned down all the game volumes.
Oh, you couldn't hear me? Like you like in your headset?
Yeah, in the headset. But when I'm streaming, I can choose how much of the game you can hear. So I had it super low. So I have one headphone in, so I can hear the stream. I couldn't hear you through the Tim the Tatman headphones because of the game volume, but I can hear you through the stream volume because there's no game volume.
So, if you could whenever you get a second, if you open up my stream, I want to show you the wavelength because I have it pulled up as like a screen capture or whatever.
Okay. Let me die. Hey, think.
And I have it like open real big, but it's usually smaller than this once you get it open.
All right, let me get it over here.
La da da dee, la dee
My
dee
screen
da,
froze.
la dee dee dee, la dee da da ha, da 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 da, la da da da, la
All right,
da
I see
da.
it.
All right, so you see like my mouse moving?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are all the different channels that I have for the wavelength. So this first channel right here, that's the actual microphone itself. So if you look down here, I have the headphones with the X on it. That means it's muted. That means that I don't hear myself. If I were to click on that, I would be able to hear myself talking through the microphone. But the second bar next to it that has this icon, that's what the stream can hear. So like I have this bar set at 91% for the stream to be able to hear me. I can max it out if I want to, but I just sound better at 91, I think. So then the second channel I have set up is for the system itself, the actual computer. So like Windows notifications or anything like that. I'm still playing with that. I have it set at like 22. Eventually I want to like make sure that nothing that I need isn't going to show up because I want to mute that entirely. That way, if like I get a Windows alert or I plug my phone in and it makes a noise or something, it doesn't play through the stream. The third one, who's texting me? Jennifer.
Wait. One thing.
Mm-hmm.
Your career wins. Is it really 69?
It's probably more because I when we were doing the tournament, I forgot to click the button a bunch of times. But that's where we left off at.
I just thought you were memeing.
I wasn't. That's just where it ended up when we ended the stream.
That's just where I be.
But so then this third icon is music. And that's if you have like I have it set up for like music that's actually on my computer that I have downloaded to it. Because I rarely use that channel. In fact, I'm just gonna grab this channel and slide it all the way over here to the end since I hardly ever use it. So the third one is actually the browser channel. So whenever I play Stream Beats on stream, it plays through this browser channel, and I can choose to turn it up louder in my headset or lower my headset, and then the second bar would be what stream hears. So if we're playing a game that doesn't have like for instance, I have all the sound, all the music and everything turned off in Halo. So sometimes I'll play sometimes I'll play Stream Beats in the background, but I don't want it super loud. So I'll turn it down in my headset, but I'll leave it like at medium in the in the stream. That way the stream is it's just not dead silence in the stream. But if I wanted to, like if I was listening to something that was copyright, I could mute it in stream by clicking this button, and I could hear it and listen to it, but none of the stream could, and
Gotcha.
so same thing with this Xbox chat one that I have here. So like I have you turned down so that you're not talking so loud that I can't hear footsteps and things like that, and I have you set at like 56% for the stream. But if there was something like you're like, hey, I need to talk to you about something, I don't want stream to hear it, all I'd have to do is go down here and click this button down here, and it would completely mute you from stream, but not from my headset. And
And you have that all open on the iPad?
I have, yeah, it's so I have the Stream Deck app on my iPad. That's how I change the transitions and stuff without having to open up Streamlabs window all the time. Um,
Right.
so I actually have, because Wavelink is made by Elgato and Stream Deck is made by Elgato. There's a button I can press on my iPad when I'm in the Stream Deck app that opens, not this. I wish it was this exact thing, but it's similar. Um,
Oh, okay.
but because it was made to like fit on a Stream Deck with like the little square icons and stuff, it's a little different. I wish it was just like you press the button and it was just this popped up, because it'd be so much easier.
That'd
But
be cool.
then I have aux 1 and aux 2 and sound effects here. So if, for instance, I had a soundboard, I could set the soundboard to be on this sound effects channel, and I could set it real low in my headset, but then set it at like medium in stream, and then anytime that I press the sound button, it would go through this channel and this channel only. And the same thing with like your aux 1 and aux 2. So if that would be more like, I guess, like if we were, the only example I could think of, like right off my head, is like if you're doing like a
Right
pod,
off the head.
yeah, if you're doing like a podcast or something. So like I'm using the Elgato Wave 3, and let's say I had two other microphones, I could run them through this channel. So like I could turn them up, or turn whatever down. Or if like we were if I was in a Xbox Live party, but also in a Discord at the same time, I
Hmm.
could adjust the Discord to be the same volume as the Xbox party. That way, like if I was editing a video or something like that, I don't have to try to go in and mess with the audio levels. I could just do it right here, before you start. That way, everyone sounds like they're talking at the same volume.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you get a lot of control inside of here. And then this little button down here, this other ear, if I were to click on that, it turns green, and it, man, it's weird talking like this. It puts everything that the stream would hear in my ears. So basically I can hear myself at full volume. I can hear all the clicks and everything like that, but it'll mess you up, because you'll be talking and then you'll try to continue your sentence, but because you're hearing yourself, you can't.
Yeah, then you're fighting yourself.
But it's super cool. So then you could just go into here into settings. Oh, wrong button. The thing next to settings, and it opens up this window, which is actually like part of the computer programming. And this is where you set like all your channels. So like, for instance, the Xbox Game Bar stuff is all set to Wavelength voice chat. That's how it knows what channel to do it through. And so when we're if I had like a web browser open, like I'll just open a web browser and close it. But you see Google Chrome pops up now, and it's set to Wavelength browser. So it's super easy to set up too. Oh, I opened up a Chrome browser just out of nowhere, and All American Rejects Move Along just started playing by itself.
Okay.
I hope I don't get copyright struck for that. But yeah, like I said, I can't recommend the Elgato. That's the reason I chose it over like the HyperX Quadcast specifically, is just because of the software.
Yeah, we're probably just gonna have to you probably have to go through all this again later on.
Oh yeah, I'm just putting my salesman hat on.
Just putting the salesman hat on.
Just trying to get that hashtag
Showing you
sponsor.
what we can offer.
And then look at my screen right now. Do you see this craziness?
Let's kill myself.
Oh, you're back in the game. I, I have OBS open, and I have my screen cap set to OBS like as the screen capture. So it's an infinite number of windows of OBS in me. It just goes on forever.
Yeah, I can see it. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, this is what I was explaining to
Yeah.
you too about OBS. Is like here on the left, I have all of my my
Watch 15 of you go grab something.
I have all of my sources, or not sources. I have all of my scenes. So I have my starting soon scene. So
didn't know you were there.
you won't see anything right now because I just clicked off of it. But let me go back to the live scene. I have my starting
Ooh,
soon
what a
scene,
nice switch over.
my live scene, my BRB scene, my full cam scene. my intermission scene, my ending scene. I've got a few extra scenes here that I don't use in my socials, but within like the live scene, I have all of these sources. So I have my logo. So if I click on it, you can see my logo is highlighted here in the bottom right corner, and I can move this wherever I want on the stream, and I can resize it or do whatever. And then I'm just gonna put it back, or if I wanted to, I could click this little eyeball and I could make it invisible, or I could lock it so like it can't move on accident. And then I've got like my win rate right here. I actually have this set up as a text file that's linked to the Stream Deck. So every time I click the Stream Deck, it'll go up, which is pretty decent. But we're gonna turn that off right now because we're not doing anything with it.
Oh wait, I can pause and look at my challenges. Look, guys, we're trying to get those pistol kills.
What are you in Fortnite now?
No, I'm playing Halo.
Oh. But yeah, and then like the YouTube roll, which is that YouTube Twitch roll thing there, like you can't see it because it's invisible, but I have that set up too. I've got all my cam stuff set up, so it's super easy. And even like I've got the bingo card screen capture, which we don't need anymore. So we'll delete that because that was just a temporary thing. But yeah, it's all pretty simple.
No, me boy. Father, help. No.
My father, no.
Oh, it's awesome.
All right, I need to set this back from that to automatic. This beat is automatic, supersonic, hypnotic, funky, fresh. Tell somebody, rock that body. Let me see you one two step.
Throw.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw, but I took the follower thing off of my live scene. So like when we're playing games, like the follow and like bar and stuff isn't underneath me because I felt like it was taking up a lot of space.
Gotcha.
And you know, it's not like I'm getting tons of followers every stream where they need to pop up to be recognized.
True.
So they'll get the alert that pops up, you know, in big text here. But they won't get it on the live play. But when I go to the full cam, I left it in the top right. And then same thing with the intermission, I believe. No, the intermission doesn't have it, but the full cam does, which is what really matters.
No, I just needed the pistol. Oh yeah, it looks good on the widescreen. So you put the subscribers in the top right?
Yeah, I put the donations, the subscribers, everything in the top right there, instead of at the bottom. I did it that way so when I'm editing like a short or something, if I'm in full screen mode, it's easier for me to crop, you know, where that's not popping up in the middle of the, you know, it won't be in the short.
Yeah.
Jennifer just sent me this this Facebook post from Pepper and Salt. I don't know if it'll show up on camera or not. Oh, come on. It's not going to show up good. But
Sir, I wasn't here to fight too. They want to fight too.
Pepper and Salt posted poll time, drop it in the comments. At El Chefe's birthday today, we had to go hard, and it said, taking a poll, should we open for dinner hours 5 to 7? And yes, that's a donut with chopped brisket and sliced brisket. These people put a glazed donut on the bottom, sliced brisket, then chopped brisket, and then another glazed donut on top. And they're asking if they should open for dinner. Well, if that's what's on the menu, then yes, you should open for dinner.
That's what's for dinner. You're not mid splits. You're not hitting that shot.
Your church is getting an ice cream display freezer with ice cream freezer baskets, merchandiser, and bottle organizer?
Oh yeah, they're redoing the cafe.
So I'm confused. Is the merchandiser another piece of refrigeration or
Yes, apparently. I guess they're getting 2 pieces.
an MCF 8733 GR? Let's see what that
Oh
is.
my. I kissed the grenade of death.
Oh, bro, you let Jessica sell your church in Atosa?
You trying to tell me she would sell anything else? She loves a Toso.
This thing's gonna have a leak in it in a year. Then Atosa's just gonna send you a new unit.
Yeah, it's perfect.
But you gotta ask
Oh, there's
yourself.
2. I didn't know. Ah, I broke the shield.
WWJD. Bro, and they sold your church a Kelvinator ice cream freezer. We don't even work on Kelvinator.
I ain't proud. All I know is that my guy has 2 elite skulls on his arms, and he's gold.
Did you buy the gold skins?
Oh yeah.
I didn't buy them after watching Mint Blitz's video because he made a good point. He's like, you're essentially.
I bought it after the video.
Yep, he's like, you're
No,
essentially
sorry, I
paying
bought it
$12
before the video.
for one coating because all of the coatings are coming to be one. Like they're cross coating or whatever you want to call it.
Yes, once they're all gonna be cross-coded, you're basically paying for one for $12. I watched the video after I made the purchase.
Mistakes were made.
Okay.
And bro, I'm digging this pink hat on the stream. Kind of makes me pop.
Where's that purple hoodie at, though?
Gotta always keep them guessing. Never let them know your next move.
You seen that video of the dude who pulled out a paper towel out of this dude's butt?
Wait,
Pulled
what?
his can stuff?
What website are you on?
What? We're not talking about? Okay, never mind. So,
Paper towel
this
hub?
this lady goes, hey, I need my hands wet. I need to wash my hand, or I need to dry my hand. And he's like, okay, not a problem. He gets up, goes to his friend who's in the kitchen, pulls his pants down. There's a piece of toilet paper between his cheeks. He pulls it out, hands it to the lady, and they're all laughing. And he's like, here you go. She's like, oh.
I'm just
okay.
thinking how that conversation went. Like, hey man, you want to make a video?
How do you convince them to do that video?
And he's like,
right?
yeah, of course I want to make a video. We're gonna be TikTok famous. Like, all right, all I got to do is put a paper towel in your butt.
Between your cheeks. Okay, what does that got to do with the video? Oh, you're not following. I'm gonna pull your pants down in front of millions and pull the toilet paper out between your cheeks. Okay, I'm following. And then I'm gonna give it to a girl. Okay.
So the lady doing my MRI, she's like, would you like to listen to music? And I'm like, how long is this gonna take? And she's
Do you
like,
get stream beats?
she said long enough that you'll want music. And I was like, all right. She's like, what do you want to listen to? And I was like, I don't care, surprise me. But in my head I wanted to be like, you guys got Spotify Premium? If so, I want that Joe Rogan podcast.
You go, oh,
Train by day.
looks like we can't take you today. And they just kick you out.
Yo, pump me up with that ivermectin, my guy.
Yo, nurse, you got an aux cord, girl?
Oh wait, I can't bring my headphones into the MRI, but I can put yours on.
They're like, no headphones, but a boombox. That's allowed.
I watched the 100 Thieves cast, the first Boomer versus Zoomer podcast. It was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I want to say though is the first guest was Valkyrie. And so that guy Peter Park is the host obviously, and then they've got whoever the girl is, the Zoomer.
Yeah.
They're good as secondary podcast. Like I don't know how to. They're like background characters, because like the whole time, like whenever Valkyrie talked, I was interested.
Another gold guy.
But when they talked, I was just like, all right, yeah, get back to Valkyrie. So
dang, that's a cool coding.
Hopefully that's like the point of the podcast is like they're gonna bring big enough people on that they, that those people basically are they're just there to ask questions, but it's definitely not like the Courage and Nade Shot show or like any podcast you're used to where the host of the podcast is like the main focus of it.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
And then what else did I try to watch? There was something else.
I guess maybe the take on the boomer versus zoomer is like what a boomer would question somebody versus what a zoomer would question.
I mean, the first podcast at least wasn't very boomer versus zoomery, and it felt forced when it was, because it was literally like they were like, "What's something that like a boomer would enjoy or something?" I forget what they said, and the Valkyrie was like, "Oh, Orlando Bloom," and then Peter Park was like, "Oh yeah, from Lord of the Rings," and I think Valkyrie was like, "And Pirates of the Caribbean," and the girl who's supposed to be the zoomer like got on her phone in the middle of the stream. They're like, "Wait, are you googling what Lord of the Rings are?" And she's like, "No." And like, "Wait, are you googling who Orlando Bloom is?" And like, I get it, like that's zoomer versus boomer, because Orlando Bloom was big for like my generation. He was in a lot of movies. Yep. He's a big star, and he's not in like a ton of stuff now, but it felt forced, like they had talked about it beforehand, like, "Hey, we're gonna bring up Orlando Bloom."
Like, and who don't you know? No, I hear you.
But the rest of it was just them like talking. It wasn't very boomer versus zoomery. But I didn't know Valkyrie's like, I think she's like 31 or something like that. I thought she was a lot younger. I thought she was like 25 or something.
Yeah, I thought she was closer to my age.
Mm-hmm. And that dude Peter Park is older than me.
Yeah, I think he's like 33. He's legit older.
Whoa. Take it easy, bud. He's only a few years older than me.
Old. But yeah, no, I watched his intro video that 100 Thieves posted, like, "Oh, this is, Peter Park," because I'm like, "Why are you not called Peter Parker?"
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like watching it. I was like, "Oh, okay, you're just legit just a dude who was like, I'm just gonna stream," and then he happened to be with, he happened to join Sukuno and Valkyrie and stuff like that on the Among Us crew during COVID, which is smart. And, there you go. Mm-hmm. He blew up.
Yeah, and Disguised Toast, too. He blew up quick because of Among Us. And he signed that deal with Facebook Gaming. And, I mean, good for him.
Oh, my, wait, is he exclusive to that? I didn't know that.
For streaming.
Gotcha.
He still posts videos to YouTube, but I think he's exclusive to Facebook. But there was a bunch of streamers. Like, I had never heard of Saikuno until Among Us.
Never heard of him. I thought he just started playing Among Us. Like, did not know there was anything else going on. Sorry, mate. I had to kill you. No, not me. I'm just a boy. Blech. I capture any zones. Did I do my job? I think I did. I guess the only so now you can see the challenges, like if you pause the menu for Halo.
Oh yeah.
Like challenges, like they did that with the new. I'm scratching my head, so I die. Yep, I just died because I was scratching my head. So now you can pause the menu and you can look at your challenges, which is cool. But it says like kill enemy Spartans and land grab 0 XP, but it's not telling me how many people. I don't know how many people I need to kill, and it doesn't update.
So it's telling you your challenge, but not your progress through the challenge.
It does. Well, it doesn't tell me my total because it just says kill enemy Spartans and land grab, but it doesn't tell me how many because I don't get to see. I guess like the end of the card maybe because they must have just shrunken the card, so I don't see the end, and it's not doesn't show progress either. Because I had to get like 5 pistol kills. I know I got it, and it still says like 0 out of 5.
Well, it's taken them this long to even put it in the menu, so I mean, be happy with what you got, I guess.
I'm not. I am complaining, but at the same time, I've played enough of Halo Infinite to keep track of my own score anyway.
Mm-hmm. Which is unfortunate because you shouldn't have to do that.
No, I shouldn't have to. Ah, gotcha. But hey, I can pause and I can remember what I'm supposed to be doing.
That is big because there's so many times when we were playing, I'm like, dude, I don't even remember what my challenges are.
Like, see it here. It's a So now that I've finished, and now it shows the challenges you completed, and I'm like 7 out of 10 for kills. Had I known I need 3 more, I would have gone for it. Wait, hold on. You have completed all of your battle passes. Your latest premium battle pass will be auto-equipped so that you can still use your extra challenge slot for the rest of the season. Okay. I don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Because I finished the battle pass, they were going to take away the 4th slot, but they're not doing that now. But they never did that in Season 1. That makes no sense.
So do you think we hard sold Jack on multiverses today or what?
I don't know. Seems kind of interested. I think he's going to do some self-discovery.
It's true.
So
My dude needs to
he can
finish his, like, put his computer back together or something.
If he can get his friends to play it, that like come to his house, he'll play it.
What do you
Like,
mean,
that man's still-
like multiverses LAN party?
Yeah, like if he can get that going with the people that come over to his house, it'll probably be a staple in the game in the house then.
Multiverses, the way it plays, it would be a dope LAN game. Like if you were having like a get together or whatever, because it reminds me of like old school like Mortal Kombat, where like I can't tell you how much fun I used to have as a kid, like birthday party, like buddies coming over to the house, having a sleepover or whatever. Dad's like, all right, boys, we're going to Blockbuster. You can rent whatever movies and games you want. Boom. Renting movies, renting Mortal Kombat, Tekken, like all that stuff. Bring it and just basically having our own, seeded tournament in Mortal Kombat where it's like, all right, LJ and Dallas are the best at at Mortal Kombat in the house, so like everyone has to play to see who's gonna go up against them, and then at like once we figure that out, then we'll like they'll go through blah blah blah. Those were so much fun and I feel like multiverses would be the same thing. Like if you were like had a game night at your house, but instead of board games or whatever, it's like, hey, we're gonna play like a tournament of multiverses, especially because it can be a button smasher if you want it to be. Like you don't have like if you're not being sweaty about it and you're just playing casually, you could definitely hand the controller over to someone.
Yeah, there's the characters that are like made for that.
Mm-hmm.
We did a tournament, so Mortal Kombat 9. I think it was only like a year old at this point, and we did a tournament. All my football guys, we got together, and one of our dudes, he had did like karate for like his whole life. So he must have had 20, 30 different color like belts.
My man was Scorpion.
He was Scorpion. That's a rocket launcher. So he had all these different color belts. And so what we would do was that we would we did like a lineup, and if you defeated like 5 or 6 of us in a row, I can't remember what it was, you got to move up to a different color belt. And if you lost,
he brought the belts over.
Yeah, he brought the belts. So everyone was like, "What's the basic one? Like white or brown or something?"
White.
And so everybody was, stop! I get hit with a rocket again. So everybody was white belt. He had like 20 white belts. So everybody wore a white belt. And then when it came up to your turn, if you could defeat 5 people in a row, you got to go up a belt. And we were just trying to see who could go up to the highest color belt. And if you lost, I think like twice in a row, you went down a color.
That's dope. Let's see, we didn't have anything quite as elaborate. I had this WWE like replica belt or whatever. And I never even watched wrestling, but I got it like from, when you get a present from like a relative who doesn't really know you and they're just like, "Oh, what a kid's like." Like
WWE belts.
like I
Of
got I got
course.
I got like one of those, and like you got to hold the belt until the next time we all played.
Oh, nice. I mean, that's cool though. That's like it was like the gold tower of pimps from Achievement Hunter.
Not familiar. I've never watched Achievement Hunter.
Oh, okay, so they did the same thing for like Minecraft. They'd have challenges every week.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever won, because they had a Minecraft world where like everyone had their custom houses in like one spot. So after everybody, whoever won or something like that, they all go to the area of the map that had their houses, and you can erect the gold tower of
Erect.
pimps. Erect. Erect.
Erect him.
You can
Damn, they killed him.
you can erect the a tower of pimps in front of your house, and so you have the gold tower in front of your house. And then the next week they do another challenge, and whoever won that, either the tower would move, or if you won it again, you get to keep it. But it was a video game.
I think the sweatiest I've ever played any game, my entire life, was Halo 3 multiplayer in a custom game with me and like a bunch of my buddies. And we were just
Oh, no, I
playing.
can't aim.
We were just playing, and I was just putting a beat down on all of them. And my buddy was like, "Oh, you think you're real good, huh?" And I was like, "Well, I'm better than you." And he was like, "Huh?" He's like, put your Halo 3 legendary helmet on it, like the helmet that came with the
Oh
legendary
yeah.
edition of the game. And I was like, I didn't say this because it wasn't like a word back then, but I was like, bet, like whatever the equivalent of bet was back then. And
Right.
I never sweated so hard in my life because there was no way I was losing that helmet. Only years later to attempt to take that helmet apart so I could actually fit it over my big head, and never put it back together. Then I gave it to Jennifer's brother, and I think he figured out how to get it all back together, and it's at their house in his room now.
I can't believe that you destroyed that helmet.
Well, there were so many YouTube videos. Lee, this is at the beginning of YouTube. There were so many videos of people taking them apart and making them wearable, and
You led them astray.
I think
They
they
led
lied.
you
I
astray.
think they lied.
I think they did too. I think they literally magic of editing. They just cut out that part and they showed one
Yep.
that they had.
I think you're right. And it was like all kinds of security screws and stuff. Like, I blame my dad. If he didn't have so many
Why?
if he didn't have so many tools, I would not have had the tools available to take that thing apart.
You listen. You were helping build McDonald's at the time.
McDonald's is.
McDonald's is. Bro,
So
Zach, I said something earlier at the gym, and I said something wrong, and Zach was like, "Bro, I'm gonna find everything you say wrong on stream. We're gonna have a community vote, and then the 5 top words is gonna be the stickers that are gonna go out for Patreon people." And I was like, "Oh my god,
it's not so much that you say words wrong, it's just sometimes you mix them up.
I mix them up good. I put them in a blender." Like I
But
was literally, I'm cutting the multiverse video, and there's like one part where I said, instead of saying the Iron Giant's face, I stole the Iron Giant's face. I said the Iron Face is giant. And Zach's like, what? I was like, bro, you never seen the Iron Face is giant before? Oh, stupid. But I'm like, I hate myself.
So I was watching one of the food theory videos while I was in the waiting room, just like trying to find something to pass the time, and it was the video on like how hard it is to get a Chick-fil-A franchise or whatever.
Oh
And
yeah.
in that video he mentions like how much the average McDonald's franchise makes on a store a year, like the actual franchisee, like because they only get like 5% of everything because McDonald's owns, the building, the property. They,
Right.
they get the majority cut of the food sales, all that. But it's still like on average on the lower side $150,000 a year from one store, and then that's just in your food sales, and that's after everything's all said and done. And he's like, so if you have like 3 or 4 stores, that's a fat chunk of change every year. And I was like, my dude, 3 or 4 stores. We had, at one point in time, we had 60, I think it's 65 stores at one time. I was like, dude,
That's how many you guys were working on?
well, that's how many Keith owned. Like
Keith,
yeah, the franchise, like, because we worked for Keith, and that's how many he owned. And he owned 65 here, and I think he still owned 5 in Utah, because when they moved from Utah to Florida back in the later 90s or whatever like that, he sold off almost all of his stores that he had up there, because I think he had like 20 up there or something, and because he wanted to open up in Florida, but I think he kept like 5 in Utah, but just 65 here. So what is that? That's 65 times 150,000 on the average, and we were well above average, because we, like, our growth after we started doing the theme stores was like over 200% growth in sales each year.
Jeez Louise.
But we'll just figure the 150,000 times 65. That's $9,750,000 a year on the low end. Now Keith, already multi-billionaire before buying like into McDonald's and starting the McDonald's franchise and stuff. So that's just a nice little cherry on top for him.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. That dude was camo.
Yeah, I try to tell people when like, I'm like, yeah, this guy used to worked for a long time. He's multi-billionaire, owned all these McDonald's and stuff. And I was like, and you would think that would be the cool part about him. I'm like, it's not. He's the foremost expert in spy, in espionage history and memorabilia in the world.
Right.
He owns the International Spy Museum in Washington D.C. He's ex-CIA operative, like, done all this like secret special ops stuff. It goes on and on and on. And it's like, but the coolest thing is, and like most people are like, there's something cooler, and I'm like, you probably know exactly who I'm talking about. And they're like, how would I know? Like, well, you remember when you went to elementary school or high school, and your school had a library, right? And if you're a young boy and you go to the library, you're looking for books young boys like. And there was always like these spy books that showed like all the weapons in history that spies used, like the shoe phone stuff. Well, every one of those books that were written and published by Keith, like they're all from Keith, and they're all pictures of, like, all the pictures in those books and stuff are items out of his personal museum.
I did not know he issued them. I remember your dad telling me he like helped write them and stuff. I didn't know basically it's just his.
Yep, he owns the publishing company. Then he also owns a movie production publishing company. Like, they did like that movie The Good Shepherd with Robert De Niro about the spies. Like, he did a few of them. And then he owns like the Enigma machine, like the one that they used in Red October or whatever it was, Sean Connery. Like, he lent it out to him for the movie. Just
okay.
Crazy guy. Like, ugh. And he proved to me that if you have money, you can cure anything, because the reason he sold all those McDonald's is because his doctor was like, hey, yo, you got the cancer and you're going to die in a year. And he was like, I bet. Went to Canada, found this found this doctor in Canada or whatever. And this doctor, the way he treats his patients is like, they basically have to pay him like whatever it is a month, like $100,000, whatever it is a month, but they live at his complex. Like, he's got like this huge piece of property with like houses on it and stuff or whatever. and like you pay, and like you have 24-hour treatment, 24-hour care. You live on the complex. He puts you
Oh,
through
you are
like
not a friend.
dietary and workout regimen, everything like that. And that dude is still alive today. Matter of fact, not only is he still alive, but I found videos of him on YouTube. Hold on, I gotta bring this up so I can figure out what it was called. Keith Milton. He's teaching.
Milton.
Here it is. He owns a company called Cane Masters now. And what Cane Masters is, if you don't know, is 5 Reasons Why You Carry a Cane by Keith Milton. And he teaches self-defense for the elderly using the cane as a weapon.
That is awesome.
Knife attack versus old man with a cane. Cane self-defense. Like, there's just a bunch of stuff about it. I Googled Keith Milton, and the first video that pops up is CIA hiding secrets.
Oh, he does a podcast now?
Does he?
No, that's why I'm asking. If
wait.
CIA hides secrets?
It's funny that you say that, because the third video is literally Keith Milton. Can you survive this podcast with Clint Emerson at 100 Deadly Skills? And it's from Cavalry Audio from 11 months ago. Oh my God. He's doing it from his house that we built. That's cool. Which is even funnier because the fourth video is inside a real life spy mansion, which is from Forbes, and it's got the house that we built for Keith.
All right, team. I'm not trying to be mean, but they're running together.
I know he had a Netflix show last year too. It was on there. I forget what it's called, but Keith had his Netflix show. Man, my dude's looking old.
All right, come on, team. One more. There you go.
I just want the stream to get big enough that Keith gets shown this clip one day, like of me saying like, my dude's getting old. He's like, I remember when that boy was just a little man. I gave him his first job at McDonald's.
He goes, do you remember when you said that money buys everything?
And he's like,
and then just young.
I'm immortal. And then sucks my soul out through the Skype call.
No, through the cane.
Yeah, through the
cane can suck souls now.
I gotta hear this video.
They really want you to play land grab.
I carry a cane with me anytime I'm away from my residence, and especially when I'm traveling.
God, I forgot how cool this house was.
Often I'm asked by friends, family, and acquaintances why I carry a cane. I imagine that each of you have your own reason for
Cancel.
carrying a cane, but today
Land grab.
I'll give you the 5 reasons
Customization. Change. Should be the gold samurai. The golden kitty. Chuggy McChuggerson. I don't know where I left my keys. And Papa Chief.
Oh, bro, he's got a website. Are you telling? Is there a contact us? info@canemasters.com. I'm going to send an email over to this email address this weekend and just see if it gets to Keith. Like, hey,
See if he replies.
Yes, like, hey, you remember me? Like I only worked, like my family only worked for you for 20 years. Remember
I
that?
made you
Remember that
money.
time when I was 14 years old and you threw me the keys to your brand new Aston Martin and told me to go get you macadamia nuts, and I didn't even have a driver's license?
He goes, was that Tuesday or Wednesday? Because I had several kids do that.
I'm just saying though. So Keith got so much money, right? Just so much money, and his house, beautiful house. He had like all this cool technology. Like literally, he had a garage in his house, like at the bottom floor. But the way his driveway went up, if he pulled in the garage forward, it was too hard for him to back like out. So he had this giant
Oh,
ring.
that's a sword.
He had this giant ring installed in the concrete of the garage. Like that, we had to cut the concrete up and do all this stuff. But basically, he pulls into his garage forward, and the ring spins around and points his car
That's a
facing
sword.
the other way. But after my man's got unlimited resources, but it looks like a 5-year-old made his Kane Masters website.
So you mean he made it himself?
And another thing that I don't maybe you know what? I bet this is on purpose because it's focused towards the elderly, so it needs to be basic. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, probably.
Because I'm like, they got this award on here called Best Website of 2020,
Gosh dang it.
and I'm like, there's no way
it's
you're
like
getting it.
old people assisted.
Yeah. I wonder how much is one of these canes. If I just put, let's see, new. What do you got for new? $212, $299.
Dang, bro. No wonder he trying to keep that rich life up.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, triple kill. Where's the over? Ah, this dude showed up too late. He jumped off the map, my boy. Sad, it didn't give it to me though. We traded places. Oh, almost died. Oh, another one bites the dust. Bum, bum, bum. Another one bites the dust. Yep. I'm alive. My guy's dead. Way to be there, team. Team? Team. I loved you, team. I died. To beat Halo, you must become the Halo. Why would I capture that point? I'm here for points. Ah, I missed. I panic fired. Don't sweat it, team. I'm helping you. Yes. Team. Oh no, team. They fired at me. like 5,000 points. I believe I can fly. Oh. Nice. I'm there. Dang, that grenade just rolled. No, they're taking the point. T.
Are you winning, son?
Not that kind of game, Dad.
Hmm.
Sorry, honey.
What kind of game do you play that
This
you
one?
can't win?
This one? Okay, that's fair. No, I just moved it. He wouldn't be like eating it, you know? But I didn't want him to like choking on it, you know? Oh well, I'm just being thoughtful. My dad.
Did you get all your audio stuff sorted out, Lee?
It sounds decent. I'm gonna have to watch it over. Cause I don't know if it's like it sounds better as I'm watching it with a headphone versus I bring it over to DaVinci and then the audio is even weirder.
Are you able to adjust your audio in DaVinci? Like I can go in like in Premiere and open up like
Hold
the
on,
audio values.
Hold on, LJ. Hold on. All right, LJ, what were you saying?
I was just asking if you're able to edit your audio in DaVinci too, like bring up the audio channels and adjust. Because sometimes when I edit videos, like sometimes Zach or Cody are quiet or they're too loud compared to me. So when I clip it, I'll split the audio up, and I can adjust. Like I can bring their decibel level up or down, and like tweak it a little bit.
How are you adjusting it per person?
It's not so much per person, so it's mostly like if you and I were talking at the same time, then it would be hard. But most of the stuff that I'm trying to edit, it's like I'm saying something and then you're saying something right after.
Okay,
So
yeah, I understand.
what I'm doing is I'm taking the razor tool and just splitting the clip into two different clips so that the audio
And
also
raising and
splits.
lowering there?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, so I can do all that. Sometimes we just overlap when we talk.
Mm-hmm. Did you know that in Discord you can um I think I for lack of a better term, I think it's just screen share. So like if I'm in Discord and you're in Discord and I'm playing a game and you're playing a game and you needed my my video file or whatever live, like if we're live streaming, then I can screen share through Discord to you, and you can bring
Really?
up my video. Yeah, that's how when I was watching Ludwig do the multiverse tournament, he wasn't playing. Basically, he was doing the role of like the announcer. So what he did
Yeah.
was he had like the two teams that were playing at that time. He had one person from each of their teams screen share their Discord with him, so that he could bring up like the better of the two on his stream and commentate over it.
Gotcha. Okay. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know you could do that.
No.
I need to learn more about Discord. because I never really did it other than like simple like joining calls.
Yeah.
So
I know. Soon they're gonna have the Xbox integration, so that'd be nice.
So like server settings, roles, widgets. Da, 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 da. I guess I just need to watch like a video of like all the Discord stuff.
Like
'Cause-
everything it can do.
yeah, because I'm sure there's so much stuff that like you don't even know about that isn't right up front like in the settings or whatever that you could figure out.
Oh yeah. All right, sir. It's been a pleasure.
As
I'm going
always,
to shut this down, and then
I'm gonna go to bed.
after game night tomorrow, let's play some games.
Sounds like a plan. Be ready to get your feelings hurt.
Feelings have never been hurt because I never lose.
Oh. Bye.